Happy Thursday, my friends. Happy Thursday, my friends. If my eyebrows look different, it's because this bun is doing things, okay? This bun is tight. Thursdays are where we talk about things that we've tried, things we're excited to try, and things that did not work out for us. I'm actually doing a little wear test. I'm gonna wear it about 7 or 8 hours. It's the new 𝗕𝗏𝗂𝘂𝘁𝗆 𝗵𝗂𝘀 stuff. So I don't love Flawless Filter, the original. You know which one I'm talking about. Let me grab it. This guy. Y'all know this one. I feel like it just shows too much texture on me. Smells good. It smells like makeup. But I never liked it. You've never seen me rave about this one. I tried to like it. I just feel like it makes, and even if you wear it under, it just makes makeup not good for me. It's texture. It's everything I don't like, unfortunately. But I'm testing this out, and I'm not sure about it. I'm doing the wear test. I'm trying it out. I have on that, and then I have concealer here and a little bit over here. Remember that scab I had? It's starting to heal. So I did put a little bit of concealer on that. But this is super, super glowy. But that being said, I still feel like oily skin can wear it because it feels way more lightweight than this. So we're trying it out. Now, I will say the name is interesting because it's Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint, right? Then it's under that, it's Hydrating Foundation Stick. So it's a Sheer Glow Tint foundation stick. That is interesting. It definitely does not have coverage, so I think we should have left it at Sheer Glow Tint. We didn't need the foundation stick, but it definitely feels hydrating, but it does not feel heavy. But you have to like glow. So if you have oily skin and you don't want glow, this is with powder, okay? This is here. I wear a shade 5 medium. I'm gonna show you how glowy it is on my chest. Okay, there's my C41. I did apply it with my, look at that already. Woo! And that's, it has, I wonder if it has mica in it. It probably does. Because that's not the product being sticky. That's the product having something that gives it a glow. But it does even out, but don't, here, there's a little blemish. I'm falling apart, y'all. So we'll just tap that on. And then even if we use a more dense brush, I'm gonna make sure there's no concealer in it just to kind of show you. Let's give it a little wipe on Sheila. But you can see that it doesn't cover it, even with a dense brush, because if you use a dense brush, you can get more coverage, but it does not cover. But there is a blur, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. But you can just see how glowy. Again, it's not sticky. If you were to touch it, you wouldn't be like, ugh, because this one feels heavy and sticky to me. This one doesn't, but I still don't know if it's a product that I just go, oh, we all need it. Although I don't really do that with anything. Everything is up to y'all. Please never feel any pressure here. I'm just here to kind of talk you through it and give you ideas on it. By the way, today on my brows, I have MJ on the front, and then I have 𝗕𝗏𝘂𝘀𝗀 on the outer part of this, my milk stuff. And I'm getting DMs that y'all are loving it too. There's definitely a learning curve, but as long as you have time to clean it up with the micellar water, and as long as you're a person that does your brows first, it is taking me like 5 minutes to do my brows, where it normally takes me 10 to 15. And I know you're thinking, Rose, dear Lord, why does it take you so long? I have a vision, okay? I like to draw little hairs, but then I don't have to with this. And it's sped up my time. But again, we're all so different. It's okay if we don't like the same things. But for me right now, and what I'm trying to achieve with my brows, this is doing it. And it's doing it fast, and I love it. I'm gonna sit back in my chair, I'm more comfortable. But you don't need to. Remember, the brand sends them to me to test, so I don't want you to feel obligated to go buy 2 of these. If I were to pick though, I would actually go lighter, and I would go with MJ, and I'm able to wear that and it doesn't leave a cast. And that's pretty amazing. It just kind of melts right in with my brow hair, and it looks so, so good. But don't feel obligated to ever buy 2. So the next thing I've just absolutely fallen in love with, and I'm actually gonna film a video with it, and I debated on it because I know it's so expensive, and I'm here to say that no, the product really isn't worth as much as this is. That's never what you're paying for with these types of brands. You're paying for this faux leather squishy top. You're paying for that. But I will say that a lot of times, not always, but with these more high-end brands, they get access to the first version of new formulas because they can afford them. That being said, if you don't want to invest in this, I'm sure that a more affordable brand will pick this formula up in 8 months, maybe longer. It does take a little bit longer. But if you've ever wondered why sometimes these are so good, but they do get duped in a sense. I'm trying to get my words right. I don't want you to feel pressure to get this. But what I'm saying is, because these brands, they have these budgets, they're able to, because they're the laboratories, they have these different versions of formulas. So if they can afford that version, they're the ones that normally get it first, and then it kind of trickles down. So right now, I feel that this is a very advanced new formula. The way that it just kind of gels into your makeup, it doesn't sit on your skin, and it without being glowy, it kind of moves with the light. It's exceptional. It's very exceptional. And again, another brand will eventually have this formula, and it will go down, down, down. Not in quality, I just mean down in price through dupes, in a sense. Just a lot of words, I'm sorry, but it's fun to know those things sometimes and how they work. But for right now, unfortunately, this is incredible. Now, one of the reasons I don't have eye makeup on is because look at that shift. I wanted to film with one of these. I actually have a code with this brand. I'm actually not making commission on it, but it's a code for y'all to get a discount, and that code is Rose. I am having so much fun with these, but this is the one that I wanted to film with, and it's just called Just Hollow. So I wanted to put that on a black base because it is just so beautiful. I remember that's front camera, so wait till you see it with back camera. But I have had so much fun with these, so I'm really excited to keep creating because we're having fun. Really inspiring, and they're great quality. The verdict is in for these lashes. I have been able to wear them over 7 times now. They're still going strong. I don't know when they're going to be done. I don't know. Maybe they're eternal lashes. And these are the ones where you don't need glue. Y'all, the band's not even getting yucky. It's not even getting caked up. And then you'll see this little bit, but all we'd have to do is but you don't want to take the glue off. So we're not doing that. But what we are doing is I'll just take like a small spoolie and I'll just dust it out, and they just keep going and going and going. I love them. I have had 0 issues with these, and I would say 10 times for something like this, which I know I'm going to get to 10, like regardless. I'm going to wear them again today, but highly recommend. Now, this mascara, this one in particular, because I have the waterproof, we're not there yet. This one I've had 2.5 months. It's basically time for me to throw this one away because I've been testing it. But I'm only bringing this up because I purchased this one last week, maybe 2 weeks ago now. This is the waterproof, you can tell from the blue. This is a good thing. I don't see a difference in the formula. So if you don't like waterproof, I feel that they perform the same. And that's what I wanted to mention here because I got questions about the waterproof and the ad that I did yesterday. Remember, if this was an ad, it would say ad. I have nothing to hide at this point. We are 11 years into this, and I'm still here. We have nothing to hide. But that being said, there's no difference, and that's a good thing. So if you're wondering about this one holding better, the original holds just as great. I love how brands are understanding that a primer has to be skincare. It has to. That's why I actually like this as a primer. There's a lot of skincare in here. I'm going to show it to you on the back of my hand. I almost wore it underneath this, but I thought I don't want to mess with the glow. This is a cream to gel. I cannot explain to you how pretty this is underneath makeup. And do you know how I'm always squawking about I just use my skincare as a primer? Well, this is that. So I would, if you want to incorporate this, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna scale back your skincare. Use half of everything that you normally use, except for sunscreen. But the reason that this pairs so nicely with sunscreen is because it's a gel. It is so lightweight, so it's not just getting in there and adding and just chaos. But everything else you gotta scale back on. But yes, I have fallen in love with this, but it is, I feel like for so long, primer meant just a heavy coat that would make makeup peel. This does not. This is so good, and it's made me like primer again. But if you go look at the ingredients, you're gonna see a ton of skincare, and that's what I like underneath my makeup. And by ton of ingredients, not a blob, just a little bit, just one pump. Now for something that did not work out. Oh, so I was so excited for these because ColourPop is affordable. They always have really good colors. Everything is it's so good. In fact, they sent these to me early, and if I had liked them, I would have filmed a video already. But it's not the formula I dislike, but ColourPop, listen. Who approved? Look at that, I can't get it out, but once you get it out, it's a mess every time, okay? And look, it's on there too. I think they put the wrong wand in here. I'm pretty sure they all. It actually got on my shirt. I was not happy. I wasn't mad, but I wasn't rejoicing. So they all do that. And it's actually so sad because this is a different one. They're all different. The formula is so good. So if we, and I already know that they have invested in it, and I just don't, I wonder, I guess, oh, that's pretty. I guess, but please don't. It's so hard for me to understand because I feel like quality control is so important. I feel like I would just, no, I wouldn't. I couldn't send that out. But yeah, I thought I would warn y'all. But if they can fix that, the formula is incredible. It's wonderful, actually. So if we could just get those repackaged. I hate that because it honestly just makes me so sad. It's because you invest and you're just like, okay, and I know that these already went out to so many people, and it's literally what it makes me do. Now, our product I love, and speaking of getting an update and working, I love these. So you're gonna look at these and you're gonna think bronzer drops, those are shimmery, shiny, splendid. I'm sorry. I did film a video on these, but I don't know how long y'all have been with me, but I have been screaming about Cover FX since 2014. Then we thought that they were getting kind of shut down, but then they've had a whole revamp. Listen, if you remember these, you remember the dropper did not work. Girl, we are out here in dropper business again. Look at this, we just keep dropping. That was all that was in there. They fixed it. I'm so happy that they fixed it. I'm so happy that they didn't go anywhere. So you can mix these with moisturizer, wear it under foundation. A way that I like to wear it is I kind of wear it as a bronzer topper, because a lot of times in the summer, my bronzers tend to get a little flat. So I'll put this on top, but I have to show you this color. Let me show you this one. This one you can use as a topper too, but if you have fair skin, if you build this one up, it is so nicely cool toned. I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand. I'm just so happy the daggum droppers work. Look at how nice that color is. It's so good. And what I would consider this is a wearable contour. So it's more of a neutral. It's not just a shadowy cool, but it's also not a very warm shade. And it is so blendable, and they're so pigmented. Cover FX is known for just having pure pigment drops. I don't know if you remember those. I want them to bring those back. But oh gosh, that is so good. And look at how pigmented that is. And it just keeps going and going and going and going. So these are back. they're technically not new, and I'm just so happy that they're back. They were one of my favorite products of all time. But I also mention that because I will say, back when these first came out, the dropper was chaos, but they did fix it, so that makes me very happy. Yay! It was bad, but it kind of brings me back to this and how these didn't get the love that they deserved because of the dropper, because of the applicator. So I just put a little drop on the back of my hand. That as a blush topper, I mean, it's just, and look how it disappears when the light isn't hitting it. No cast. They're so pretty. This formula was ahead of its time, but the dropper slowed it down. All right, let me wipe this off. Now, something else that kind of let me down, and I'm telling y'all, I was excited, okay? I wanted these, so there was a gloss from MAC, I forget the name of it, but I used to wear it, I was like 19. It was basically this color, but when you put it on, it was still this color. This, oh man, I had high hopes for these, and they're not bad, they're just not good. They're kind of watery, and I just like there's so many things that look like that. I don't know what's going on there. And I'm gonna put this shade on my top lip. I was just really excited for these. I bought them. I was raring to go, and I was just like, eh. They're just okay. They're just, I don't know. Now look, they're not even that different. I have not rubbed my lips together. They were just so pretty in the packaging. I was just so excited. Womp, womp. Not that they're bad, they're just, I guess they're just not what I expected. Now I do want to try this color. I haven't tried this one. I've tried those two, but I didn't try this one yet. No. There's other things that we probably already have. This is not. But boy, oh boy, I was excited. Can we get these, but this intense? Because that would be fun. You know what I was thinking while I have this on? Again, I don't dislike this, and again, we're going back to the Charlotte Tilbury, but I like this one more. Not that we need one. We don't need it. But if I'm looking for something glowy and that actually blurs, I'll put this on the back of my hand. Just that tiny amount, right? This actually, I feel like it's less aggressively tinny too, like Tin Man, and it actually blurs. And you see, I have a little bump right here on my hand, just a little clog pore, but you see that it actually really blurs it. So I'm gonna finish wearing this, but for me, this isn't impressive enough for me to, I don't think it's gonna have issues wearing, but I can already tell that I preferred this one. Okay, this is actually really good. Do you see how it kind of clings to the hairs on my hands? This is the Charlotte Tilbury, by the way. Okay, you can see that. And then this one. Yeah. I want to make it fair, but I rubbed this in the same way too, so that is fair. Yeah, y'all get it. But again, this is a very specific product. This is not a product I'm telling you that you need. You have to like glow. And you have to like a kind of lit from within. Also, this one feels, the Dior feels just as if not more weightless. I don't know. This is a better formula to me. And this does not even compare. Man, it's been a ride today. Whew, roller coaster of emotions. It's now time for me to go and eat some cereal. I don't want to say that this is bad, but maybe what I'll do is after I do the wear test for this, I'll do a side-by-side of the Dior and that, and we'll confirm. I just keep trying to rub this in, but I want you to know that it's not wanting to go in. And this one did even with just my finger. I just never want y'all to think I'm being unfair. Well, y'all know better than that. Okay, I think that's it for today. I do want to mention that I obviously don't have that same kind of hair on my face, so it did blend in. There's no cakiness, but it kind of shows you how much more smooth this is, even with the little hairs on my hand. So I would want that on my face because it's just so smooth. But I've done a video on this before and I just love it. I love it so much. I would use it more often, but sometimes I don't want y'all to think the only way to get a certain look is to have the most expensive thing. So I'm just like, I won't use that right now. That's why I feel so bad about liking this bronzer. But there's some makeup advancements here. There are. Definitely. All right, that is going to be it for today. Tomorrow we'll do a makeup tutorial. I'll do something soft and fun and summery tomorrow. All right, I love you with all of my heart. I'll be posting tonight, so I'll see you in the comments. Let's try out Boyfriend Blush, shall we?